Hey Victor.
Hi Lance, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Looking to follow you on this trade.
Sounds good. We got a lot of people coming in here. Hey everybody,
Hi.
welcome in. So I'm just gonna show how to enter the trade on Thinkorswim, how to OCO. When the alert actually comes up, I'm gonna focus on that and not take any questions, but I'll hang around after the OCO if you have any questions about how to do these trades, okay? Yeah, share my screen. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the Discord open on the SPY ATM alerts. And then also I'm gonna have my Thinkorswim open. So on Thinkorswim, I'll type in SPY. Right now we're at 589 and change. So you want to do is go in the trade tab, go to 0 DTE for options, and then wait right near the at the money area. So around 589 or so. If it says call, then you're going to click on the right side. So click on the ask, not the right side. The left side's calls. Click on the ask, and then you're gonna mark it in like that. If it says puts, you're gonna go on the right side, click on the ask, and then mark it in. So I'm just gonna wait until 9:30 and then see what the alert is and then just enter it. Any general questions in the next few minutes before I wait for the alert? How many of you guys use Thinkorswim for these or in general? You want to raise your hand or put a chat? I'm not sure how that Zoom stuff with the raise your hand stuff works. You can just type it on the chat. Like, how many of you guys use Thinkorswim? Thinkorswim, Tasty Trade, yep. All right, we'd like to know if the alert is based long or short, 1 minute. I I don't know. It just comes up when it comes up. It won't make a big deal if you knew a minute before anyway. So as you do these, the fill that you're going to get usually ends up being very close to what the alert is anyway. You don't really have to front and run in and try to get in slightly before. The results are still very good if you look at the back tests.
Lance, what do you recommend as a brokerage? I know there's been a constant discussion about this, but is Thinkorswim the best, or is another one a better one?
Thinkorswim works perfectly fine, as you'll see. The commissions are 0.65 per contract. If you do quite a few contracts, you can negotiate that and lower it, which is perfectly fine. I got it down to zero point 0.5 on mine. And Webull is another good one. The commissions are even less. I don't even know. It's really cheap. You could also do SEOs. Is the alert generally one strike out of the money? Sometimes it's at the money, sometimes it's one strike out. Because it depends. I mean, SPY is going to be at a decimal point. Like right now, we're at 590.15, so it might be 590, possibly. It's like a percent of a strike. All right, I'm just gonna get ready here, and I'll take questions as it comes up after I set up the OCO. I'll talk through what I actually do to put it in. So I'm just gonna wait on the SPY channel. Come in any second. 29, so any minute. bouncing back up a little bit in the last few minutes. All right, put 591. So go to the 591, right side on the put. It says 2.22. It's already going up a bit. 2.34 is fine. Let's do market. I'll do a few contracts. I usually do around five, but I'll do three here. And then you mark it in. Then it says take profit 2.66, stop loss 1.33. So what you do is go to your monitor tab and find your contracts. Right click, create closing order. And then you're going to go to OCO. 2.66 is the profit. So at the limit order, 2.66. Then right click, create duplicate order. This will be a stop order. It was 1.33. Yeah, 1.33. Let's type in 1.33. Press enter, confirm and send, and send. And then on the monitor tab, it will show as a working order. 2.66 is the limit, 1.33 is the stop. Any questions how I set that up? Now we're just going to wait and see what happens. Um, I'll hang around for another 10 minutes or so. I have no idea if it'll close by then or not, but I'll take any questions as you guys have them. Forgot how to unshare my screen. Well, whatever. Any questions in general? All right, let's see what's happening with the actual position. We're 2.11 right now, 2.2 or so. I got in at
Lance,
2.26. Go ahead.
Lance, I know you spent some time with the MES side of things and checking that. Can you discuss how you came up with the target profit targets and so on? It was just on based on the SPX or SPX?
Yeah, so if you look at the entry price, 2.22, the take profit's 2.66. If you subtract the two numbers, 266 minus 222, you get $44 of profit. MES is a 5 multiplier, so divide 44 by 5, and then you get 8.8 or so. And I think we set it up where it rounds up. It feels like 8.5 or higher. So that's why we got to take profit at 9 points. Because if you close it out 9 points higher, you would have made $45, which is very similar to the take profit dollar amount anyway. And then you do the same thing for the stop loss. Stop loss will pretty much always be double the take profit number. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
I'm just looking at SPY right now. I moved it. All right, let me. It's been a while since I used Thinkorswim desktop, but try to zoom in on this small area here. So we want down moves because we bought puts. We have a down candle here. And you can see the three limit is lower than the three stop. So if it does move up, we will stop out. If it continues going down, we would take the profit. That's really close. 2.6. Just need a slight more down move and it should profit. I'll go to the 1 minute. Whoa. What did I do? All right. Oh, I got out 2.66. And that's how it's done, guys. That was a quick one. Sometimes it takes a few minutes like that. Sometimes it'll take 20, 30 minutes even. But with the market the way it's been moving, it's been pretty quick in general. All right. Any other general questions? I could stick around another 5 minutes or so.
It's interesting because I'm still not out on my MES. It just they move at a different pace, I guess. That's
It
but
might, yeah. The longer you're in it, the better the MES would take the profit. It's probably really close, right? It's probably 7 or 8 points.
yeah, but it's very close.
Yeah, I mean, you could just close it out if it's 7, 8 points. It's still a good profit anyway. It's not going to be possible to know which one will close first. If it's a quick trade like today, it'll close out very quickly on SPY, but MES might stick around. If it stays in longer, theta is not decaying on the MES, so you might actually profit on the MES before SPY on a longer day.
Trying to decide whether I want to do MES or the thinkers or the options. So I'm testing both.
Yeah, perfectly fine. The MES has 60/40 tax benefits. So 60% is long-term capital gains, 40% short-term, but the commissions are higher. So it's hard to know what's actually better or not. If you're in a really high tax bracket, MES might be better just because of the tax benefits. And it might be worth paying me a little extra commission off the actual futures. I can't do MES on my Roth IRA, so I'm just using the SPY. Any other general questions? A few things to consider is when you're doing these, I looked at the max drawdown in the last year and a half, and that was 25% if you're using $2,000. So when it's 25% drawdown, just be aware of that. You will have some losses. I mean, we're in a really good streak right now. I think it's six in a row, but there will be some losses. So don't get discouraged when you have a few losses. What I see a lot of traders do, especially if they're starting out, if they're on like a monthly plan and whatnot, they'll see two stop losses in a row. And they're like, oh, this isn't for me. And then I get out. But just be aware it is going to happen at some point, and then just go with the long-term trades. It was a stop market order, CHAIM. So yeah, I just do stop market. If you do a stop limit order, it could blow right through it sometimes, and then you wouldn't stop out. 18569 says, I do like the MES one time decay, like SPY, which is correct. The longer you're in the trade, MES won't necessarily hurt you just because you don't have that theta decay. As you get closer and closer to expiration, when you buy a call or a put option, theta's decaying it out. So what that means is, and I'll share my screen real quick. So we bought the 591 put. Let's say it didn't get near 591, you have to pay a premium in order to get into the contract, 200 something dollars. If it closes a little above 591 at the end of the day, it's worth zero. So as let's just say it stays right at 591 and the market doesn't move at all the whole day, and volatility doesn't change, that option will be worth zero. However, if you did it with MES, then the contract itself wouldn't be changing. So you wouldn't actually be down on it. So that's why the longer you're in the trade, the more beneficial MES would be. However, we don't know how fast the trade will get out unless we have our DeLorean time machine like Back to the Future. Otherwise, you just have to wait and see. But it could be preferable to do both if you could do them pretty quickly. Do one, and then what I would do is do one like MES, then do SPY right after, and then set the OCOs after you get filled on both of them. You can consider that if you're pretty quick on the computer and whatnot. Any other last questions? All right, I'll end it here. I'll send the recording on the Discord. Everyone have a good rest of the day.